Hello, everyone. Today it was announced, the 13th of March, 2025, that Megatron is starting a new podcast. Yes, Confessions of a Female Founder with Meghan is launching on the 4th of April. It should really be launching on the 1st of April, but there we go. It is apparently her teaching us how to be she's apparently teaching us how to be girl bosses. Fair enough. Okay, whatever. I mean, that's 2015, 2016 energy. She's going to get female entrepreneurs in to tell her how they built up their brands so she can learn and grow and help you as well. And it's all very unnecessary, isn't it? Let's just be honest with you. It's not something like anyone really needs at this point in the whole feminist movement, and this point in equality. It's kind of about 20, 30, 40, 50 years too late. However, I would like to point out that the soothsayer said to Caesar back in the day to beware the Ides of March, and today is the Ides of March. Was the soothsayer predicting all those years ago to watch out, Megsy's dropping another podcast. It's not the most auspicious day to be launching anything or doing anything. I would give it that. So this could be like a massive downfall if you look at that energetically wise. It's a little bit out there, I know, for some of you, but if you look at that a little bit energetically wise, she's it's not good. It is not good. So today with the cards, we're going to check in on Meghan's energy with this. We're going to have a look-see and see how Megatron is feeling about all of this. As ever, if you can do all that YouTubery stuff, like, subscribe, share, I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. It helps my channel grow. We're going to look into Meghan. We're going to look into Meghan and just see what this energy is, see what it's all about, see how it's playing out. Ugh. Right, let's do it. She says, sighing as she digs into Meghan's energy. She's like that, and it's just like, oh, what now, man? I think it takes quite a different type of person to be interviewing. I think in the Archetypes podcast, she really doesn't have those skills. She just wants to talk about herself and interrupt and interject. She's kind of like very kind of narcissistic, talking over people, you know? So I feel like she's, a podcaster. I don't think she's got it in her, but we'll have a look. Let's have a look. What's Meghan's energy about this? Oh, there's a big risk in it. This is the big risk, the Fool in reverse. Okay, this is something with all of this energy that is, like I say, she's going to reveal herself. There's something within all of this energy that is a massive misstep and a massive mistake. Put a pin in that. There's something she has done with these podcasts that is not good, and it's gonna add a further layer, shall we say, to the detritus, to the noise, to the dislike of Megsy, which is pretty much becoming universal now, is it not? So yeah, so she is going to, there is something straight away, a massive misstep. If I was reading for her directly, I would say, I don't think you should be doing this off the first card. The first card is like, this is, but she will persist. What's crossing over is we have the Star in reverse. Okay, there could be an Aquarian energy coming on in here. Oprah might be in this podcast. We might even have Ellen DeGeneres or another Aquarian. who is going to be here in this podcast, because like I say, most cards have an astrological meaning. That star in reverse, that could definitely be crossing over. So look out for an Aquarian female energy, or an Aquarian energy per se. Or the fact, right, with the star in reverse, everything is a little bit too weird, a little bit too automated, a little bit odd. There's something quite out of time with Aquarian energy. There's something a little bit different about Aquarian energy. It stands out. It's the awkward energy. And she has it in her mind. She's some kind of warm, loving, I can turn my claw to anything and make it wonderful and make it special, because I've just got all of these skills. I've got everything. I am so much better than you at everything else. But she can't, because she can't emote, because she's got this kind of like weirdness about her that doesn't make her relatable to a lot of people. Now, I'm an Aquarian. I get that. I understand that Aquarian energy. I'm not saying Megzy is Aquarian, or Megzy, God forbid, she's not like me. In fact, she's the opposite star sign to me. She's Leo, which is a complete opposite. But the star in reverse, she's trying to be something she's not. Yeah, and people can see it. And what I mean by that is her star sign being Leo, she's trying to force herself into the star crossing over. She's trying to force herself into a narrative that just doesn't fit her personality, doesn't fit her soul. I'm a little bit concerned about her soul. Okay, I don't know if she's got one at this point. She seems very fragmented, very fragmented. So the Seven of Cups above is in reverse. Now, the Seven of Cups in reverse, we're going to get puff pieced to the nth degree. And we have been, because there's been a lot of fallout from the Netflix debacle. I mean, it's got completely rinsed by everyone from Meghan Kelly. Milo Yiannopoulos has even commented briefly on it on X. You've got people like just like laughing at her, like big names. We've got Canadian comedian Catherine Ryan. She's also launched into it. We've got another 2 Netflix comedians in the last 2 days have come out and said things against it, as predicted. So yeah, there is a lot of dislike towards her, but she's putting out all of the there's a lot of puff pieces. There's so many puff pieces. There was just one earlier, like about how Megsy's dress sense, I think it was either in Hello or the Mail or something. It's like overload, and people are going to get confused, because in one section you've got the press who are saying, oh look, she's got this wonderful dress sense, said no one ever apart from a paid puff piece. And then on the reverse side you've got like everybody who's got the freedom to speak and are not being paid to have an opinion going, this was absolute trash, this is rubbish. So yeah, she's absolutely all over the place with this. The hardship underneath, she does not like being on the outside. She wants to be brought into the Hollywood bubble. She really wants this. This is her version of getting in. She doesn't want to just be Hollywood. She doesn't want to be in with just the actors, darling. She wants to be in with the high ups, you know. She wants to be included. She's not bothered. She's not bothered if Harrison Ford likes her too much. She's not bothered if, I don't know, any famous actors. Do you know what? My mind's gone completely blank for some reason. She's just not bothered. She wants to be seen by the people with the power. People like Gwyneth Paltrow, who has a lot of power. You would think, well, honestly, Harrison Ford would have more clout than her, but she's got a lot. She's got a lot. She's not feeling inclusive, and she wants this to push her into the realm of being Oprah but skinny. Oprah but skinny but better with kids and like Gwyneth, but like with jam and also like, yeah, I'm married to a prince, so like I'm better than all of you. It's that kind of energy. Sorry, my Valley Girl accent doesn't cut it. I don't have a I'm not very good at accents. Yeah. Okay. That's a lot for the start. What, we're 10 minutes in. My goodness, let's have a look and see what's... King of Wands is in reverse. Who has set her up to it? Or is this her frustration? Is this her frustration and her anger? That King of Wands in reverse. I'm creative. I can do things. I can be an interviewer. I can be like Joe Rogan. I can be as popular as him. I could be like Gwyneth Paltrow. I mean, pick a lane. Pick a lane. God damn it, woman. Interestingly, though, Joe Rogan is a Leo. Didn't they have a problem with Joe Rogan when they had the Spotify deal? Like, they wrote a letter to Spotify to say, oh, this isn't normal. You've got to cancel Joe Rogan. How did that work out? They really don't like people. Who else is like, oh yeah, you've got Piers Arsehole Morgan. He's really popular. I mean, not as popular as Joe Rogan, but he's really like trying to jump into this new media thing, even though he's old media, but he's really trying to do that. And he's a fire sign man. So that could be both the King of Wands linked there. That's really kind of burns her. She doesn't like seeing these men be successful, especially when she sees them as the enemy somehow. Let me put the rest of the cards on the table. I shan't turn them over until we get to them. But I am aware I'm just sitting here with a deck of cards. As per normal. So, let's see what's on her mind. Oh, she is hurt. She is got to us. Something's happened. What's the time? It is about 7 o'clock, 13th of March, 2025. Here in the UK, something's going on. She is hurt by something. So I wonder if this could be the Catherine Ryans and the other Netflix comedians and people coming out and saying they think she's basically a shallow thought with no talent. So I wonder if it's that. Let's see what's surrounding her, though. Queen of Cups in reverse. Interestingly enough, Catherine Ryan is I believe she's Cancerian. So that could well be it. She's actually hurt by Catherine Ryan. That is really interesting because I was going to do a separate reading, but now that an energy is here, we don't need to do it, guys. I think it's one of the things is Catherine Ryan. And this is her really trying to say, right, we're going to keep going. We're pushing. Now, these launches will have been done months in advance, planned allegedly, apart from her Americano Begiera abattoir thing, which obviously wasn't thought through. So yeah, she's not doing the best. Now, with the Fool in reverse, I just want to point out that it's not just a bad idea. She's also opening up to herself of a lot of criticism. Like, one, why didn't you do this before you launched American Begiera abattoir, before you launched As Ever? Why didn't you know all this before then, before these big announcements and stuff? Like, you crashed and burned. She's hardly one to be like girl bossing. The only angle she could come in as is say, look, guys, I've completely screwed everything up and I'm here to redeem myself with my business. we have the Two of Cups in reverse. There's going to be a mirror held up to her that she does not like. There's going to be potentially going to be more rumors about her and Harry, but I don't like predicting that because there's rumors about her and Harry right all the time. It's kind of like part of our Megxit community. It's kind of like part of the wider dialogue around Meghan. So I really feel with this, with the Two of Cups in reverse, that there's an imbalance there. There's a split there. There's this part of this herself she sees in the mirror reflected back at her, and she does not like it. Now, she uses the internet kind of like some people use a vision board. She puts everything out that she wants to be to kind of counteract all of the news that she doesn't want to hear. And they've been doing that since 2016. But the Two of Cups in reverse means that there's something that she doesn't want to see, that she doesn't want to come out. What she doesn't want to do is walk away from this project, the Eight of Cups. What she doesn't want to do is walk away. That's what she's scared of. She's scared of being having to walk away. This could be potentially her last podcast, but I don't believe that. I think this is going to fail. Ace of Cups is in reverse. This is going to, of course, this is going to fail. The Ace of Cups in reverse, there's going to be a lot of gaslighting and there's a level of unrequited love. Now, listen, Meghan wants to be loved. She doesn't like the general public. She doesn't like the people, anyone, just herself and whoever's blowing smoke up her bum. But I think there's going to be something quite jarring about this, where she's almost like it's almost like disassociating further from reality. There's an element of gaslighting, a massive element of gaslighting here. I wouldn't be surprised as well if she got somebody of the more spooky variety. Now, spooky variety for the normies can be anything from somebody who's an astrologist to a rune reader to somebody who's like a shaman or something. I wouldn't be surprised if she got somebody or something like that involved with all of this. And them obviously not being a decent one, or one that I would vibe with anyway. Let's have a look and see. So she's all caught up in her head. This isn't like a wow, I'm going to be amazing moment. This is just her to try and say she's winning. Bit like announcing series 2 of Netflix. And it's not series 2. It's just the second half of series 1. And the Netflix show hasn't been renewed. But by the looks of it, by the face of it, everybody's like, oh my God, she's got season 2, which would imply that her show has been renewed. And it's just her using the press and using the internet like some kind of vision board, right? Plus it gets her name and gets everyone talking as well. Interesting. The other day, right, she said the thing about the yachts, yeah, the yacht rock. And you know why she did that, don't you? I love yacht rock. It's if you type in Meghan Markle yacht in the internet, first thing that comes up now is yacht rock. And then afterwards, you've got all of the stuff about yachting. But yeah, it's to try and push it down the algorithm. Okay, let's have a little bit of a look into the further energy. Oh, okay, we'll just go with these cards. The Five of Wands, will it be a success? Okay, you're going to get you're going to get a lot of sugar activity. The sugar activity, Sussex Squad activity, has been ramping up something chronic the last few days. I've been called the worm from Labyrinth. I don't know if you're here for a long time. Apparently, I sound like the worm from Labyrinth. It must be my introduction. And I've also been called a member of basically, I have an allegiance with 1933 to 1945 Germany, which I don't. I mean, it's ridiculous. They just pull these blooming things out of their bums. Boundaries. Okay. This podcast is going to go break over some people's boundaries in a way that it should not. In a way that it should not. The King of Wands is in reverse again. The success of this, the King of Wands is in reverse. She really wants to be as successful as Piers Morgan or more like Joe Rogan. I am telling you. I am absolutely telling you. She's got, like, for some reason, she's got her media nemesis in Piers Morgan for Britain. And in the American corner, you've got Joe Rogan. And I don't know why, right? This is coming out so much now. She hasn't spoken of Joe Rogan. I don't think Joe Rogan's really done too much talking about her other than they're a bit cringe. You know what I mean? But that would be enough. So she's really hyper focused on some dude. Nine of Swords. There's the shaman. We've got the repeater here. Queen of Cups is in reverse as well. It's just like, I'm like Diana, but, you know, clever because I can run a business, and Diana didn't run a business. And oh my God, just look at me. I'm just amazing, right? So we've got the shaman under here. So technically, right? Technically, people are doing everything to get this up and running. People are trying to counter. She's throwing absolutely everything from as ever to whatever the hell this podcast is. She's throwing it all at it, right? She's trying it all. She will be a Netflix success. She will be a podcast success. She will break through. What they're wanting to do with it is show she can work with others. And the Eight of Pentacles work and coming through. This is not the answer. This podcast is not going to be greatly successful. It's only going to be hate listened. That might be a new thing, or hate watched. We do have the Three of Swords, so there's going to be some embarrassing stuff with this. It's going to be cringe. I feel like Lemonada, and I know people will be like, oh, well, Lemonada should walk away straight away, but they're not going to straight away. Now with Spotify, I said they would, and they did. It would be a one and out thing, and it was. But with Lemonada, these cards are saying that they keep going and working together. So there might be another podcast in the pipeline with something else as well. What they're hoping for, the Three of Pentacles, just to show like she can work with other people and interview other people and all this kind of stuff. It really is in the balance. They really are going after the male podcasters with this for some reason. This is her wanting to own the whole podcasting field. I mean, be as popular as Piers Morgan or Joe Rogan. Especially Joe Rogan. Like, I think Joe Rogan's more of her thing because Joe Rogan's got a lot of subs and is exceptionally popular. So we've got repeaters. We've got the Queen of Cups in reverse. This is her wanting to be Diana. We've got the King of Wands in reverse. This is her going up against a popular figure that she thinks isn't great and trying to smash the kind of paradigm of that. And we've also got some embarrassment with the Three of Swords in reverse there, and the Two of Cups. She's not going to like what she sees in the mirror. Overall, it's going to be cringe. It's going to be a fail. There's going to be stuff in there that is going to keep us checking her history, shall we say, checking her interactions, and she's going to put her foot in it. But Lemonada aren't going to drop her straight away. But Lemonada is a lot smaller company than Spotify. And they've put a lot of eggs in one basket, I guess. So that might be the reason. If the Eight of Pentacles was in reverse, I would have said, oh, they aren't carrying on. They aren't working together anymore. But the Eight of Pentacles is in the upright. So that is why I'm making that prediction. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I hope you have enjoyed the reading. I hope you've had a wonderful day, whatever you've been up to. Interesting that we got the Catherine Ryan and how she's feeling about the ladies from Netflix shading her in there as well. Oh, I'm quite pleased with that reading, to be honest. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please share it around and all of that stuff. Take care, guys, and I'll see you soon for a live stream. I think 14th, full moon night. Have a good one, guys. Bye, everyone.